Oh, yeah. All verse rising, soul family. All verse rising. So let me tell you something. Do you know the reason why a lot of humanoid females and humanoid males that are living in the European and the Western colonized slave owner countries are doing Pornhub and OnlyFans? The reason why they are doing OnlyFans and Pornhub and Twitter, the humanoid females and males in those countries that I named, the Western countries and the European countries, they're doing Pornhub, Twitter, and OnlyFans because they're living in expensive countries. So their 9-to-5 jobs are not paying them enough money. And they're doing OnlyFans, Pornhub, and Twitter so they can get a lot of money and get paid millions to billions so they can be able to go on trips and see so many different people to have sex with. It happens all the time, man. It happens all the time with those that's living in these expensive countries, especially in Switzerland, being an expensive country that is, in Canada, USA, and United Kingdom. Seriously. But yeah, man, like, you know, there's been stories where it been like females who did OnlyFans doing sets on there, and they get paid 100 times more money than they did from their 9-to-5 job. You know, think about OnlyFans girls like, you know, Pornhub, Twitter, OnlyFans girls like Miss B Nasty, right? You know, she was in the military, and like she went the route to do OnlyFans. If a female that did the military that's been living in expensive countries her whole entire life, and she chose to do Pornhub and OnlyFans, what did that tell you about the military in the expensive countries like Europeans and the Western countries? That military must not have paid Miss B Nasty enough if she had to go do Pornhub and OnlyFans and Twitter. And the thing is, a lot of these humanoid males and humanoid females that's in these expensive countries that's doing Pornhub, Twitter, and OnlyFans, doing sex content, they're smart enough to know that these 9-to-5 jobs are not paying them enough at all. It's not. That's why they're doing it. There's a reason why when you think about cheap countries like Thailand and Philippines, you don't see males and females in Thailand and Philippines and other super cheap countries doing OnlyFans, Pornhub, and Twitter, because the country is so cheap, they don't have to do those things. The same way, there's hardly any strippers in Thailand and Philippines. There's hardly any because there's no need for a lot of females in Thailand and Philippines to do in these other cheap countries to do stripping, because everything's so super cheap in those cheap countries that they can afford everything. Whereas like living in USA, Canada, United Kingdom, Switzerland, Germany, all these European Western colonized countries, it's so expensive. A lot of females got to do stripping because they're living in expensive countries. Ask any female that's been living in the Western and the European countries, man, that been doing stripping. They did that so they can have more money. They did that so they could have more money because the 9-to-5 jobs was not paying them enough money in those Western and European slave owner colonized countries. It's the truth, man. You know, if let me tell you something. If King Nasher, Fella Run It All, Miss B Nasty, you know what I'm saying? Her name is like Antica Pussy, I think. Antica, Indica, Antica Pussy. All these different Pornhub, OnlyFans models and all this stuff, man. If they was living in super cheap countries, they would not have to do Pornhub. They wouldn't even think of doing Pornhub, OnlyFans, and Twitter. I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the honest truth. And what's surprising, I've been living in super expensive countries my whole entire life. I'm surprised I have not did OnlyFans, Pornhub, and Twitter. I'm surprised I haven't did that. But I comprehend where these OnlyFans, Pornhub people be coming from. You know, they just trying to have money so they can be comfortable to live in these expensive countries. So they have to really get real sexual just to be able to live comfortably in these European and Western expensive countries, man. Come on, man. It's just the truth, man. All these Pornhub and Twitter content creators that have OnlyFans, that's in Canada, USA, and etc. Western and European countries, man. They're doing it because they're living in expensive countries. If they was in the Philippines, Thailand, and etc. cheap countries, we wouldn't even know. I would not know who Miss B Nasty, Fella Run It All, J Nasty 3X, and all these etc. people are. I wouldn't know who they was if they was not in those countries. You know what I'm saying? That's just honest truth.